Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well. Once again, my apologies, I'm not able to be with you live, even remotely this week. My family and I are away from London, just sorting out some admin in connection with our visa application. But don't fear, I've got plenty of work for you to do this week. So if you're ready, this is the work I'd like you to do for Monday. It's coming right up. Just a quick note about it before that. I'm sending this to you a few days before Monday so that if you'd like to, you can get a little bit ahead and prepare for the class. But I'm going to ask that this video gets shown at the start of the class anyway, just to remind you what you're supposed to do. Also, I'm accompanying the email that I'm sending you all with an attachment. It's a PDF attachment. I'd be very grateful if you could all print that attachment out, and that will then be something for you to work from, either in preparation for the class on Monday or actually just in the class on Monday. If that's a problem, then please email me and let me know so that we can get a printed copy of the attachment to you as soon as possible. Okay, so without further ado, here's what I'd like you to do on Monday. Okay, so here we are. You will recognize this as Psalm 127 and Psalm 128, although you may not recognize the precise way in which it's laid out. Psalms 127 and 128 form together a structure called a chiasm, and you've probably heard Pastor Neil and myself talk about chiasms before. Chiasm is a literary structure which has this kind of shape to it, illustrated here on the screen, where the first element over here in red, beginning a song of ascents of Solomon, unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. The first element matches with the last element. The second element matches with the second to last element. The third with the third from last, and so on and so forth. And the one in the middle, in this case, stands out on its own. Now, I always think of this kind of structure as looking a little bit like a flock of birds in flight, where you've got the one at the front here and all the rest kind of behind them. But I don't know whether that helps you. But you can see here what's going on. This is Psalm 127. And Psalm 128 begins here and goes all the way to the end. Now, how is it that we know, or I'm telling you, that these two psalms together form a chiasm? Well, I'm telling you that that's what they do, and I'd like you to find out why that is. Let me show you what I mean. You notice that within corresponding sections of the two psalms, you find patterns emerging where there are common elements in both portions. So, for example, take a look at this green section here towards the end of Psalm 127. Blessed is the man, it says, who fills his quiver with them. Well, if you look down to the corresponding green element, which is the first part of Psalm 128, you find, lo and behold, blessed is everyone. So, blessed is the man, blessed is everyone. Those are similar enough to make you think, I wonder if there is anything if there is any correspondence between those two sections. Similarly, if you look carefully, you might find corresponding elements, for example, in this first blue section in Psalm 127 verse 1, and this second blue section, Psalm 128 verse 5. Your task is to try and find all the little portions of this pair of psalms which match each other. So I want to know which bit of this blue matches with this blue here, which bit of this orangey yellow matches with this orangey yellow here, this purple with this purple, and so on and so forth. Once you've found as many of those as you can, you then might like to try and think, well, is there something subtle that the psalmist is trying to convey by arranging the two psalms in this kind of way? That's a little more tricky, and I'm going to give you some of my thoughts about that in a later video. But for now, that is your challenge. Accompanying the email that you'll have received with a link to this video in it, you will also have a PDF document that's got this pair of Psalms laid out like this, so that you'll be able to get scribbling. If it would help you to get prepared in advance of Monday's class, that would be great. You'll find it easier then to contribute to the class. Although if you're not able to for some reason, then don't worry. Just come along to the class anyway and have at it together. You'll need to appoint a spokesperson or a secretary or somebody to make notes for you or to guide the discussion. And then off you go. Use the time well to try and figure out how this structure works and which bits match with each other. When you've done that, I will then share with you my thoughts about the structure of this really rather beautiful pair of Psalms. Right, the Lord bless you, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye for now.